Officer Isaiah Bias was killed while putting an inmate in his cell Monday afternoon. Sheriff Norman calls it pure evil.
Who in the court documents say that Thompson allegedly punched, kicked, and choked the officer and then went back to sit down as if nothing happened.
Occasionally, we deal with bad folks. I can honestly say that my staff over the last day has dealt with pure evil.
That is how Ellis County Sheriff Brad Norman described the inmate charged with murdering detention officer Isaiah Bias. Sheriff Norman said that he could only provide limited information about the attack, now under investigation by the Texas Rangers.
He was physically assaulted by an inmate in a cell area, in a inmate holding facility, while the officer was doing his daily job.
Investigators say Arron Thompson was booked into the jail last month on 3 counts of assaulting a public servant. Sheriff Norman told us Thompson was in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day.
Occasionally, we deal with bad folks. I can honestly say that my staff over the last day has dealt with pure evil.
That is how Ellis County Sheriff Brad Norman described the inmate charged with murdering detention officer Isaiah Bias. Investigators say Arron Thompson was booked into the jail last month on 3 counts of assaulting a public servant. Sheriff Norman told us Thompson was in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day. According to an arrest warrant affidavit, while Bias was looking for Thompson to bring him back to his cell, Thompson punched and kicked Bias in the head. He also choked him from behind. Documents say Thompson then went to a table and sat down.
He loved what he did. He loved the people he worked with, and everybody around him loved him.
Bias was 28 years old. Sheriff Norman said he met him when he was a teen in the Explorer program.
He wanted to be in law enforcement, and he came in to work for the jail. You can come to work in the jail at 18.
As the oldest sibling in its family, Bias had just become an uncle a week earlier.
A very family-oriented person.
Thompson is charged with capital murder. It is up to the district attorney if this case will be tried as a death penalty case.
It was a heinous, horrific, purposeful murder that was senseless and not needed.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Messy Street Studio. So guys, today I wanted to talk about this story that happened. And basically what happened is this detention officer was unalived by an inmate. His name was Isaiah Bias. He was 28, and the inmate's name was Arron Thompson, and he was 45. Now, Arron had been in jail on charges of assaulting a public servant. He also got a charge of public intoxication and evading arrest. So that's why it's really no surprise that he was able to do this. He didn't have any kind of morals when it came to respecting people of authority. So what had happened was Isaiah had took Arron out to do his recreation activities outside, cause he's one of those people that's one of those inmates that's locked up for practically almost all day, and they get 1 hour out of their cell. So when Mr. Bias was taking Arron back to his cell, that's when Arron punched Isaiah in the head and just started wailing on him, y'all. You know, that he was hitting him, kicking him, stomping him, doing whatever he could do to hurt this man. Now, they said after he did it, he just got up and went back up to, I think, the 2nd floor to his cell. And that was all. And the people had ran up in there and they was looking for Isaiah, and they seen Isaiah. He was all, beat up and stuff. I mean, he literally beat that guy down. Now, I know when y'all see the picture of Arron, and y'all looking at him, and y'all looking at him, and then y'all looking at the officer, and y'all like, how is that? Like, the officer, he's so young, he's so young. He looked like he got stamina. He looked like he can go. But look, guys, when somebody pounces on you like that, and you have to understand that this Arron guy, he's been locked up for a very long time. So who knows? He's probably been holding in so much anger and just wanting to take it out on somebody. And the thing is, guys, you never know when you're in a situation. You never know how you're gonna react. Believe me, you never know how you're gonna react. So we can't really judge and say, hey, if that was me, I would have beat him down. You can't say that because you don't know what would have happened. He literally, like, Isaiah wasn't expecting none of this, guys. He wasn't expecting any of it. He didn't know anything. He was caught off guard. And that's why I'm telling you, like, if you work in law enforcement or you work in the jail, make sure that you're very aware of your surroundings and alert all the time. Never let your guard down. Never let your guard down. I think that's what happened to Isaiah. He probably let his guard down that day, and he probably had did those. He probably did that many times before, taking the inmate down there and bringing the inmate back. And you know what? He probably let his guard down. He probably like, well, ain't nothing else happened before. Now I can relax. And soon as you relax and think everything okay, then this happens. That guy Arron, he ought to be ashamed of himself, but he's not, because look, his life was already on a downward spiral. I don't know how much time he was gonna get for those charges, but now you can best believe, buddy, you probably gonna get life now. You probably ain't never gonna get out. You probably ain't never gonna see the light of day ever again. Ever again. Because to sit there and do that to somebody, I mean, you literally beat this man until he no longer gets any more breath in him. Like I'm telling you, y'all, some people are just so evil. That is so evil. And to already be in there for a crime, and then you gonna do another crime? That don't make no sense. That's telling me that this dude ain't got no kind of brain cells. He ain't working with nothing upstairs. He's not working with anything upstairs, because if you're already in a predicament to where you're already locked up, why would you do another crime? It seems like to me, the guy Arron, he knew that he ain't have nothing going forward for him. He knew that when he got out, he knew he wasn't going to do nothing. He knew he wasn't going to contribute to society. He wasn't going to be an upstanding citizen. He knew all of that. He knew that nobody was really going to fool with him. He knew all of that, and I really feel that's why he did this. I really feel that's why he did this. But this is so sad because a lot of people loved him. I mean, I'm gonna actually insert I'm gonna insert a clip in here of the press conference of his colleagues talking about him. He was very respected. I mean, those guys were literally broken up. They were in tears. And they were saying that Isaiah had gotten into this program that they have. I forgot the name of the program, but he was 14 when he got into that program because he wanted to be an officer. He wanted to work in law enforcement, and he did the program. And when he got into his older years, That's when he started to work at the jail. And he loved this job. I mean, this guy was doing this until 14. You know, he would go on car rides with them, you know, things like that. But, I mean, what is this world coming to, y'all? Well, you're not even safe at work anymore. Seriously, you might as well say you're not safe at work. It's so much going on right now. So much going on right now that we got to talk about. Because a lot of people, they're not talking about these issues. And look, people can talk about whatever they want to talk about on their platform, but there's just some things that I feel need to be talked about. Especially with the bigger YouTubers. The bigger YouTubers, they definitely, I think, I haven't went on YouTube today, but I'm sure that some people are talking about this situation here, guys. Because when I tell you, it was just sad. It was sad and awful for somebody to do something to somebody. And the bad part about it is that was his last shift. He was about to go home, guys. He was about to go home. That was the end of his shift. After he would put Arron up in there, it was time for him to go home. And he didn't go, and he wasn't able to go home because of this monster that felt he could take somebody's life because he angry, because he mad. And that's why I'm telling y'all, a lot of people, they don't know how to deal with their anger. It was his own fault. It was his own fault that he was in there. So why did he blow up at him? It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault that you was in there. It's your own. It was your own fault that you was in there, not nobody else's. So I don't know, man. We just gotta pray for people because, like I told my subscribers today when I was on live, people are just not well. People are just not well, and I think this life can really get to people, especially when you have a life where you wasn't born in the riches. You know, you wasn't born in that type of life, so you're living a regular life. And sometimes when you go to the store, you're not able to get things that you want. You might see something and be like, dang, I can't get that. I can't afford that. So I think a lot of people are dealing with that. I think a lot of things that people are dealing with right now. I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of people are dealing with financial troubles, and it's starting to get to them like really, really bad. And I mean, the only thing that you can really do if you are dealing with financial troubles and stuff like that is to try to find something better. Try to find another job. There's nothing else you can do but try to find something better. Try to ask for overtime, because it's about that time that you're gonna get time and a half. You got holidays coming up and everything. You got matter of fact, we just had Thanksgiving, and now we have Christmas, and then we have New Year's. So you should be able to get that time and a half. But the thing is, a lot of y'all, when y'all get that time and a half, y'all just spend. Y'all don't try to put anything away for a rainy day. And you should always do that.
Tomorrow.
Alexa, be quiet. You should always put something away for a rainy day. Especially when you get all this time and a half and stuff. I mean, if you're working a job and you can't save no money because all you doing is paying bills and you never had nothing to look forward to, and every time you look down it's just empty, you ain't never got no money, you need to try to find something else. Now if you want to do that and you want to work paycheck to paycheck, then do it. But a lot of people don't want to work paycheck to paycheck. People have to find ways, and you yourself have to find ways of making multiple streams of income. Okay, and I can share that with you guys. I'm gonna share some more informational videos with you guys, and I think I'm gonna share it on Cupid's Chaos. I got a new channel coming out. It's gonna be Cupid's Chaos, and it's gonna be called Cupid's Chaos, and that's what's gonna be on there. I'm gonna share a lot of tips with you guys, a lot of things that that you shouldn't be doing when dealing with money, and sometimes you gotta do things like getting credit cards and stuff, but you definitely have to be very responsible too with credit cards. You definitely have to be responsible. So I know I kind of went off but guys, just be careful. That's all I can say. Just be careful. Always be alert. Don't ever let your guard down, especially if you work in law enforcement and you working in the jail and stuff. Never let your guard down. I don't care how nice somebody is, because you know what I think, guys. I think that when he was putting Arron back and they was walking back, I think that Arron was being nice to him, and he was probably like, yeah man, cause and he was laughing and stuff to get to make Isaiah feel more comfortable, to make him feel more comfortable. And then after he seen that Isaiah was more comfortable and he let his guard down, then that's when he hit him. I guarantee you that's what happened, y'all. I can guarantee you that is exactly how it went. But guys, please like and subscribe my channel. Hit that bell notification so you won't miss another video from me, because I'm going to be pumping out a lot of content, guys. And I'm going to get you guys into making a lot of money. Okay? Getting money from multiple streams of income. I'm going to show you guys how I am doing it right now, and how you can do it too. So I will see you guys in another video. Bye bye.